Alright, I personally think that's enough distractions and or interruptions for one delay of a stream, if not multiple. So let's get started here. Even right up to me unmuting my mic, I was about to go and do it, and then it was like, oh, but Java wants to update. I'm good. Thanks. I'm good. I'll pass. For those of you that are new to the game, welcome. For those that watched the previous episodes on archives, welcome back. To a game that I have been very impressed with, despite the fact I've only seen one ending of Brok the InvestiGator, and today we're going to be attempting to get the canonical ending. I am going to be using a guide for this. I will say outright, while I am using a guide, there's not one that I've found online that's outright like, these are the exact steps you need to take. I do have some notes written down as well as the guide for just the general game, so this will probably be going faster than the original playthrough. And if we don't get it, we will more than likely not be getting a different ending at least. Should that happen, I will probably just end up watching the canonical ending, at least for the stream. But I will definitely be playing through the game to get all the endings myself. For the time being, though, let's go ahead and get started here. Use any controls you like. For the record, I've recommended controller thus far. Keyboard's fine, but it works really well on controller, too. I am going to keep the difficulty on standard, which means that I might take some time to do some training to, like, level up Brok or Graph, just so you're aware.
Huh? A fire? Where am I?
I am also going to let the dialogue play for those that have not seen before, so I'm not going to be mashing through it too terribly much, so just so you're aware.
Trouble! I'd better get out of here. Fast!
Move my window here.
A decorative blanket, maybe? Looks sturdy. I should take it. There, it's working, but maybe not for long. I need to get past that door. Looks like a multitasks. Let's switch it on. Nothing. Is it out of juice? Another tribot. No good. Are they broken? I always knew these were unreliable junk. Too bad. They could have helped putting out the fire. If I'm not mistaken, this is a Meaty-Me, a multimedia holographic device to watch all your favorite programs and liveys for hours in the comfort of your home. Obviously, it won't work. Locked and in perfect shape. I don't think I can break that one. Locked and in perfect shape.
Welcome.
Yikes!
Unidentified user. Please provide name and function.
My name? It's...
Alert level 5. Burglary in progress.
What the?
Please remain still until agents arrive to arrest you.
I'm no thief, Triangle Head. And don't you have more urgent business to take care of? Like the fire?
Inappropriate attitude detected. Request for applicable disposition. Database search in progress. Network unreachable. Closest range of action in local data is neutralize the individual at all costs.
That tin can is crazy. No point trying to reason with these things.
Please don't interrupt the destruction process.
Here it comes. I'm glad this was the only mad robot here. Whoops. Looks like this was the last one. Hey, the door just unlocked. That smoke. That's unbearable. I need to find a way out of here. Fast. Huh? I thought I saw some kind of weird inscription there. Never mind. I must have dreamt it. Leah! Hang on! I'm right here!
It's you.
Don't talk. You'll wear yourself out. I'll get you out of here.
No need.
Why are you saying that?
You know why.
No, I don't. What happened? Leah? Leah! She passed out. I need to help her. Quick! What if I remove that metal bar? There you go. So heavy. No, I'm not strong enough.
All your fault,
What?
murderer.
Leah, what are you saying? You're gonna make it. I promise.
Liar. You killed me. You killed him.
Stop it. You know I'd never do anything like that.
Worthless. Dangerous. How can you lie to everyone? Even yourself.
Stop it, please.
Shouldn't have trusted you. My son isn't safe with you.
That's not true. I'm taking good care of him. Wait. Something's not right. Where is...
Criminal. Doomed.
I need to focus to get you out of here. Hold on. I'll try it again. It's so heavy. No. I'm sorry. I love you. But I'm just not strong enough.
Should have known.
What's going on? I'll get some help. Don't move.
Of course. Running away, like always.
I'm not, but
You'll be judged for your sins.
no. No! The ground! Is everything collapsing? I'll stay here with you.
Liar! You left me alone.
No, I won't.
I'll never forget. I'll never forgive you.
No! No! Oh.
Morning. Another nightmare, huh?
I guess.
Somebody called you earlier.
Who?
How would I know? Check your phone.
Right. Whoa. 6 phone calls from the same guy? I better call them back.
Oh, finally. I thought you'd never reply.
Yeah, sorry, I had, personal issues. So tell me, your name is Sin? You need my services?
Of course I do. You're my last hope. Please, come to my apartment. I've sent you the address.
Wait, aren't you gonna tell?
There's no time, and the line could be tapped.
Okay.
Hurry!
Why do I only get weird clients? I'd better get ready.
Chapter 1, Across the Border.
What would a detective be without a magnifying glass? Not exactly high-tech, but that's how I like it. I should take it. Pompolos fruits. These cost a fortune and are full of chemicals, but I like to eat real food. I'll leave the other one for Graf.
You know I don't like those.
But you gotta eat solid stuff. Can't grow up with sodas.
I mean, can't I?
My stick. This belonged to Grandpa. He barely used it to walk, but he taught me to fight with it. Not much left. Ah, I remember. Someone paid me with this energy drink. I'll take it. Might get thirsty on the way. What's that? Some kind of paper. Yep, that's an ad. Must have come with the food we bought. Oh, there's an ad under my clothes. That could be useful. Hey, this probably came up with a chili con insect I ate in bed last night. Hey, what's going on with the auto-clean tribot?
Dunno. Been stuck like that since morning.
Maybe I should... Ah, that thing electrocuted me.
Oh well. Looks like we're both stuck at home today.
Impossible. I need to get rid of it. Sorry, little bot.
Great. Who's gonna do the cleaning now?
Don't worry. I'll have Shay fix it. It collected a lot of fur. Must be what caused the issue.
Not my fault. Don't look at me like that.
Oh no. Shouldn't have touched it. Now I'm covered in cat fur. I had to say a word or two to Graf before leaving. Hey, how are you doing?
Don't you have some errand? Don't mind me.
But I just want to have a little chat before I go.
All right. What is it?
How are you lately?
I'm okay.
You're sure? You don't seem very...
I said I'm okay! Got it?
Alright. He's stressed out. Look, I know I haven't been there a lot lately, what with all my work.
No problem. It's your life.
But you're a part of it, even if we have no blood ties.
I'm in the middle of a game. Did you really interrupt me for that claptrap?
Kids. How come you're not at school?
You mean the Consciousness Center?
Whatever. It used to be called school in my day.
I'm taking it 10. My eco-manager teacher broke his ankle. He doesn't have a Medi-Tribot. Can you believe it?
We don't either.
Yeah, but that's only because you're poor as a church mouse. School teachers are drummers.
Yeah. Bunch of arrogant people who can't move a finger without a doohickey to help them.
Yeah, you married one.
Right. Your mom was different. About school. I mean, the conscious...
The fair is today.
What fair?
The science fair. Don't tell me you already forgot.
Oh,
It's in the regulations. The presence of a parent or tutor is required for the vote. You must be there at 5 o'clock.
Okay. I'll come. Promise.
You better.
Did you prepare something for that fair?
Sure, the Graph Recycler 110. I've been working on it for months.
Ah, so that's why you were so noisy in your room lately?
Don't blame me. If the walls were better insulated, you wouldn't have to complain.
Not complaining, just curious. And yeah, I wish we could afford a better apartment. But for now, we'll have to make do.
Hopefully not for long. When I get my diploma.
Yeah, you'll have a new home under the dome.
Can't wait.
This is Graf. I've been taking care of him since his mother died 5 years ago. Hard to believe it's been that long. I've been so busy trying to make ends meet, I've barely seen him grow up. Take care.
Yeah.
Huh? The floor is all cracked. Maybe I shouldn't have jumped on it. But, hey, look at that. An ad was hidden underneath. Another...
Hey, where are you?
Well, on my way.
I said it was urgent. Please hurry.
Okay. Gee, what's up with that guy? Never had such a stressed client before. That doesn't bode well. This used to be an Ask Anything assistant to welcome new visitors, back when right-thinking drummers built this place. It broke ages ago, so we've recycled it into a job board. Much more appropriate. So, what's new today? There's a cool collectible ad behind this ad. The mail security system.
Please confirm your identity by pressing the touch panel.
Security. Tighter security, always more security. When did the world become so complex?
You've got mail.
I was afraid it was gonna say that. My biggest source of stress. Opening that rack. Tons of bills, security notices, more laws and advertisements. Let's get this over with. Just one bill? Great! Wire energy bill? 245 units? Must be Graf. He's constantly in front of screens. Can't blame him, though. There's nothing much exciting to do around here. Say, another paper. Please note, due to numerous fraud attempts, direct transfer from phones is no longer accepted. What? All payments must now be processed through pipe terminals within 2 days of receiving your bill? Oh, great. I'm gonna have to find one of those. And most importantly, how am I gonna find so much dough on such short notice? I missed something. There's one little ad stuck between 2 racks.
Every now and again, I'll be sure to check chat, so just a fair warning, if I don't respond immediately, that's probably why.
Don't play with us. The boss won't like it. So, hand over the moolah.
Mr. Squealer, did you take a good look? Do you really expect someone like me to have that kind of money?
Who cares? Them's the rules. You make a deal, you pay, or else.
Oh, well, I guess this is gonna hurt then.
Hey, what's your problem? Leave the old man alone.
None of your business. And as for you...
Ugh. Can you end me quickly? Please, I'm done suffering.
Oh, I'll make you suffer, buddy.
Enough. You're gonna regret it.
Oh, you'll pay for this.
They're gone. Are you okay?
Don't worry about me. What was that about?
You really shouldn't have interfered. I don't have much longer to live anyway.
Don't say that. And you didn't answer my question.
It's a long story, but in short, I owe money. You see, I've been diagnosed with heart strain. Some days, the pain is hard to bear. I figured those rats could provide me with some drugs to suppress it. I just wanted to enjoy life before it's too late.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Although, when there's life, there's hope. No one just has to search thoroughly. I've lived with a chemist long enough to know that.
Theoretically, but no one cares about us slummers.
In any case, you shouldn't be staying here in the cold. Come to our apartment. There's not much space, but we'll find a way.
That's very nice of you, but I can't accept. I've already caused you enough trouble as it is. I fear they'll come after you.
Just let them. I'll show them the meaning of respect your elders. Sorry, I didn't mean to imply.
Don't worry about it, but please don't insist. This is my choice.
All right, but I'll find a way to help you somehow. I promise.
You have your whole life ahead of you. Don't waste it on people like me.
I want to, and it's my decision as well.
All right. Here's the last medical prescription I've got. This dates back to my time as a drummer, before they expelled me.
Expelled?
You know the rules. Only valid people are able to stay, unless you've got family to pay. And I don't. This medicine helps stabilize my disease. I'm not sure you can still get anything with this old cardboard piece, but take it. I wish I had something more useful to offer you.
That's fine. I'll manage.
Thank you, my boy.
Those dog tags. You were in the military.
Good eye, boy. A few years ago, I was part of the resistance during the autarkism fight.
Then surely you can face them.
You may be a detective, but you've still got a lot to learn. My body is declining. I can barely stand on my feet. This is pointless. I've accepted the fact that my life is over.
I can't let you say that. I'll find a way to help.
Please don't give me false hope.
Tell me, how come I've never seen you around?
I go from street to street. Can't stay very long in one place. Begging is forbidden, and I can't afford a home. Our current society is quite contradictory.
I see. Why not try and leave the city? You could have a small, peaceful life as a farmer out there.
You know it's not that simple. The borders are currently closed to everyone but high-ranking citizens. Besides, Atlasia is my country. I was born here. I've defended it my entire life. This is where my life should end.
Not like this.
This is my choice to make.
Those are squealers, weren't they?
Correct.
I thought they were exiled a decade ago.
Yeah, at least that's what most people believe. However, some of them stay hidden in the shadows, infiltrating our society. My disease made me weak. They took advantage of the situation, but I don't blame them.
How can you say that? They just tried to murder you.
Yes, but I couldn't pay them back. I don't regret it, though. The drugs give me more time. I did everything I wanted.
Still, they shouldn't go as far as threatening to kill you. There's just no excuse.
Be careful, boy. There's no such thing as black and white.
I don't get it. What would they gain from getting rid of you? You'd never pay them back.
I'll be an example. I have more value dead than alive.
Well, I won't let that happen.
Please be careful. The last thing I'd want is to get you killed.
Don't you worry about me. I can defend myself.
Probably. But their numbers are great. You can't beat them all.
Bet on it? He said not to get involved or I'd get into trouble. Maybe he's right, but I can't help it. I need to help the poor chap. I've got to go, but I'll be back soon.
Be careful, boy.
Hey, that's a collectible ad. Oh, I remember this. Graf had a similar one when we first met. It's an inflatable cuddly toy. You just have to wet it a little, and a few seconds later it gets all around like a balloon. Maybe Graf will want one again. Graf always carried his with him. I wonder what happened to it. And how come I totally forgot it existed? I'm afraid someday I might even forget my name. Nice. An ad coupon. This place has changed quite a bit since the last time I was here. Hey, a coupon was ejected from this statue. Let's see. Hey, that's not part of the scenery. It's stuck on the panel. Just... nothing you... rubble... nope. Full of gar... Oops, I'm broke.
Alright, well, have to come back for that one later. There's an ad right there, for the record. You can get it by winning the game there.
Hey, isn't this... Maybe I could buy him a ticket, if my finances allow it. Hey, maybe I could buy...
Oh, I think I see it. There we go.
Wait. Oh.
Can't get the third ad, which is going to be in there.
Hey, that's a collectible ad. According to the message, my client lives in Center Basic 568. That block is near this street. Let's go check it out. Nice. An ad coupon. Oh, I didn't have that one. Yep. Hey, that's a collectible ad.
Just as a reminder, this is how you do it. You can do this for the intelligence side of things, or you can use your brawn and destroy the code machine as well. Either one. There are different ways to solve puzzles in this game. Some are by fighting, some are by using your intelligence. In order to get the canonical ending, as I have on my end, you can kind of do either mostly, but I'm going to try to do a little bit of a blend of both. I don't think anywhere in my notes that you have to have... No, you don't really have to choose between one or the other, so whichever you prefer. Could be wrong about that, though, so don't take that as word of God.
Nice. An ad coupon.
Hey, who the heck lost?
Not very friendly.
I get it. You're that salesman from last time. You guys just won't give up. But you're wasting your time. You've bothered me enough. Take this back.
Huh? They slid a sales catalog under the door. Cool. There's a coupon inside. Oh, I didn't have that one.
At last, here you are.
Truly sorry. I had some difficulties on the way. So, what's the fuss?
I'm in deep trouble. I've lost my crippling gun.
That's all? Why is it so important?
I'm gonna lose my job, that's why. I'm kinda new on the force. If I tell the chief I messed up, he'll fire me. I just can't afford it.
So you're hiring me to find that gun? Okay, How much can you offer?
500 unis.
1,000.
I can't. 500 is all I can afford. Please, I'm begging you.
All right, 500 it is. Wish I was better at negotiating. Tell me more. Any idea where you lost it?
Last night, I was on duty in Drummer Street. I'm absolutely certain I lost it during my watch in alley number 12. I had it before.
Then why don't you search for it yourself?
I can't go outside. If someone notices me without the gun, I'm done for.
Aren't you exaggerating a bit?
Are you from the police department?
Of course not. I can't stand them.
Then you don't know. Trust me.
What happened exactly? How'd you lose it?
If only I knew. I just remember exiting the alley and noticing it missing.
Where did you store it?
In my pocket. Where else?
Anything else missing?
Actually, yes. My handkerchief. A blue one. My wife hand-stitched it for me. It was in my pocket alongside the gun. Both are gone.
Okay, this might prove useful. Drummer Street, you say? There's a border post to enter the area. I can't pass it.
You're a detective. I thought you had credentials to examine the drums.
Nope. All my clients are slummers. I usually don't go near the dome.
Oh, great.
You're a cop. Can't you give me something? Call your colleagues, maybe?
I said it. I'm new. I have no one I can trust.
In that case, give me your uniform and your badge. I'll impersonate you.
Don't do that in real life, by the way. You can actually get in very, very, very big trouble for impersonating a police officer.
Impossible. We don't use badges anymore. There's a body scan at the entrance of the dome. It can't be faked.
Darn. You're right. Then, I know. I have a friend who can do wonders with technology. She will find a way to get through.
Wonderful. Now, go ahead. What are you waiting for?
Hey, I'm gonna take some risks for you. You could be a bit more gracious.
Please, Mr. Detective, hurry up!
Better, but I won't move until I get enough information.
What now?
I'd like to inspect your apartment. Experience tells me things are often hidden right before our eyes.
But I told you, I lost it on Drummer Street.
I insist. Let me do my job. Rule number 3 in my book: never blindly trust your client.
Go ahead, but hurry!
To help your search, display all the possible hotspots by pressing X. Some special items such as ads will not be indicated. I've been skipping tutorials mostly, but just a few quick ones. If you see something has like a gray background like this, you've talked about it as much as you can. If it's still blue like this even after, then there's more info to get. Other than that, I'm not going to be just reading the tutorials too much since this is the second playthrough. If you do want to see all that, you can go and watch the first set of playthroughs on the archive channel.
Why were you patrolling in this street?
I received orders, and I follow them.
Were you alone? Aren't tribots and cameras enough for that job?
The chief insists on keeping some humans in the crucial areas.
Crucial, eh?
I see what you mean, but that's how it is. Drummers get priority.
How come you're living in the slums? I could have sworn cops were drummers.
You're wrong. I don't earn that much.
But are slummers allowed on the police force? I thought...
Please stop the useless questions and do your job. There's no time to waste.
So I'm doing lost and found today? I shouldn't complain. I've had worse jobs. Although I can't shake the feeling that something's not right. Well, I'm used to it anyway. Things always go wrong. Thanks for the
Hurry up!
Let's see.
Hey, don't touch my jacket!
Don't worry. I'm just rummaging through your pocket to see. I found a flyer.
One of those activists in the street must have put it there. Keep it. I don't care.
What's in there?
Just food and clothes. What do you expect?
Do you mind if I open it?
I didn't call you to check my fridge.
Just a look-see? Who knows? Maybe you left the gun in there. Guess not. Nothing in particular.
You know, I'm starting to question your detective skills.
Act before thinking. That's what Grandpa always said. It usually works.
Not when we're short on time. Oh gosh, if someone finds the gun before me...
Got it. I'll speed up the pace.
Don't Don't tell me you're gonna steal something from my fridge!
Not stealing. Just, consider this an advance payment. Besides, I can't do my job properly on an empty stomach.
You gotta be kidding me.
What's this button for?
Don't! It's my... bed.
Oh. What's that? Looks like some kind of... Whoops.
I don't believe it. You've broken it.
Really sorry. What's that exactly?
Remote control. For my, tablet.
In that case, no worries. My friend is an electronic genius. She'll fix it in no time.
That's mine! I didn't allow you to take it!
Trust me, I'll fix it. I owe it to you.
All right. But hurry up and find that gun! You're wasting time here!
Hey, that's a collectible ad. Nice. An ad coupon. That cup doesn't seem important. However, there are 2 pills beside it. I'll take one.
Notice, forget everything, so this reminder, deliberation in the ceremony starts at 5 for the science fair. You must be there. From Graph.
Oh, I didn't have that one. Hey, that's a collectible ad. Nice. An ad coupon. What's this for? What the? Shay! Hey, Shay!
Oh, hi, bro. How you doing?
What the heck is that abomination of a machine near the door?
Abomination? You mean the circular saw? Pretty neat, huh?
Neat? That thing almost killed me!
Well, you know, the slums aren't very safe for lone women. So, I built this ultimate crime detection device. The way you press the first button gives out a lot of information. Blood pressure, DNA, stress level, got nasty intentions. The system detects it and triggers the saw. Now tell me, are you feeling angry or stressed lately?
Are you insane?
Well, yeah. All right. I'll render it non-lethal then. But it will lose efficiency.
Deactivate it. Now!
Okay. But only during the day. I've got valuable stuff in here. So, why are you here?
I need your help to get across the border post.
I knew this day would come. See, I've prepared the perfect response to this.
For real?
Now, where did I put it? Just a sec. Gotta search. There we go. Only 2 types of things can cross the border. Authorized citizens registered in the mainframe, and controlled merchandise. Any living thing stored in packages will be automatically destroyed. Therefore, the best solution consists of killing you.
Not an option.
I know! Well, technically this would work, but if you're not willing to try... Okay, the only other way isn't much easier. How to become an authorized citizen. The border post scans the user at the entrance in order to get a body print. This information is then compared to data contained within the local border post server. Each border post owns a copy of the data, which is replicated from into a central mainframe. Thus, you need to access one of these servers, add your body print, and ta-da! You're allowed to cross like a regular dome citizen.
Doesn't sound too hard.
Oh, I forgot to mention the deadly security equipment guarding the server. Nothing you can't handle, though.
Well, thanks for the vote of confidence. I'm starting to wonder if that job is really worth the trouble.
I promised not to interfere with your PI job, but you're seeing the glass half empty. Think of it as half full instead.
Pray tell.
If you become an allowed citizen, you can start prospecting new clients in the drums and get rich.
That's a big if. Those rich folks will never be interested in a stinky, low-grade detective like me. But I guess it's worth a shot.
That's the spirit, bro.
Access the server, add my body print to the server. Huh. That's all fine and dandy, but how do I do that conclusively?
Coming up,
What? What's happening?
I got your body print with my own scanner and it's perfect.
What? What's perfect?
I injected the necessary information into your DNA.
Huh? Isn't that dangerous?
Not at all. Carrying info into your DNA is the most reliable way. No chance you'll lose it.
That's not what I meant.
Few people master the experimental DNA transportation. You're lucky. I'm one of them.
I'm always the lucky one. What info did you inject?
Your body print.
You injected my body print? Into my body?
Yeah. I kind of see what you're going for here, but it's more complex than you think. I had to include an encryption key, a data mining program.
Forget it. What do I do now?
Border Post 001. There's a tall building with a roof that's shaped like a pyramid. You can't miss it.
Yeah, I think I remember that weird pyramid.
Find a way to enter the building, then connect to the server. By connect, I mean touching it. Those servers are offline, so direct contact is required. I programmed it to automatically hack the operating system and install your body print into the database.
Pyramid-shaped building. Insert thingy into doodad. Got it. Will it work?
Probably.
What if it doesn't?
Then I'm guessing you'll be chased by numerous security drones and tribot guards.
Great.
Trust me, I think it might work.
I'm probably the most foolish person in the universe, but all right, I trust you.
Cool.
I won't pretend to know anything about computers, but can't you, like, hack the server on the network remotely?
I know this sounds crazy, but there are things even a skilled cyber meddler like myself cannot do. The main server is not connected to the tri-web.
Color me disappointed. What were you doing here in the dark?
I'm performing some isolation tests.
Isolation?
Yep. In our world, there are irritating environments. Loud sounds are usually the worst offenders.
Yeah, like dogs.
Don't need to tell me. My neighbors can be pretty loud at night.
See this device? It's a hearing aid. I've succeeded in reversing its functions. So instead of amplifying sounds...
It's blocking them?
Glad to see you're following for once.
Hey, I'm always up to finding out about more questionable inventions from you. But why was the garage closed?
What if someone sneaks inside while I'm wearing these? I wouldn't want to take a risk.
Well, I passed through and you didn't notice.
You're not just anyone. You're the terror of the fight. The one and only bro.
Don't overdo it. How you doing these days?
Busy.
That's the thing. Ever since we found ourselves back a few years ago, we barely get time to talk aside from our job. We used to be so close back then. What happened?
The world has changed. We've changed. Time is money, so we can't spend too much time idling like right now.
You're right, but that's a shame. My best friend. We've known each other since kindergarten. A little rough around the edges, but I trust her with my life. Well, maybe a bit less since that saw incident. I'm on my way.
Wait, aren't you going to do a little training before tonight's...
Tonight's what?
The fight, of course.
Oh yeah, but...
You forgot again? We do that every night.
Well... Of course I remember. I'm a master when it comes to fighting, even when they're virtual.
Well, master, you ought to do some training unless you want to get humiliated.
Never. Can you repair this tablet remote control?
A tablet remote control? Let me see. Where'd you get that?
My client. He's a policeman, and it was dropped accidentally.
That explains it. That ain't no tablet remote control, mister. This is police equipment. And if I'm not mistaken, it's used to remotely deactivate any kind of electronic devices. Cameras or mines, for instance.
Really? Why would the police disable cameras?
To enter a private property safely, I guess. Or shady things.
Well, doesn't matter. Please tell me you can fix it.
Already done.
What? Already?
It's only cosmetic damage. It's working fine.
Oh, thanks anyway. Can I turn off or damage Tribots with that?
This sends small impulsions and needs to recharge itself, so I wouldn't bet on it. Give it a try on smaller things, though.
Get to the important part. How do I fight?
The cabin detects
everyone?
Oh, this is the tutorial for this,
Sounds
which I
stupid.
skipped on purpose.
Time you get hit. Not only that,
I would.
you're fine.
What?
You can die, but this can't. Fatal blow, and when I'll send you, I wouldn't.
That's pretty.
I mean,
Oh, my cleaning bot is all messed up. It shocked me.
I see.
Can you fix it?
Yes, but you're better off leaving it in pieces.
What? Why?
Listen, you said it yourself. That bot is dangerous. It electrocuted you. Even if I fix it, what proves it won't hurt you again? Would you feel confident staying in the same room as a murderer?
Huh? We're talking about a machine here.
So what? I have a better idea. Judging from the aspect, this model is at least 30 years old, right?
Yeah. I got it from the dump close to my apartment, but it worked fine. At least until now.
One of the components contains Ustom. That ore has run out on the surface of the planet. It's not used anymore, but I can sure have some use for it. So, here's my offer. I buy it back from you for 200 unis. With that money, you can buy a new one. Then, it's a deal?
Knowing you, I'm pretty sure it's worth 10 times more, but... Okay, take it.
Good! I've credited your 200 unis.
I just wonder what I'll say to Graf. He liked it.
Good luck, bro.
Yeah, gonna need a lot of it. Oh, I didn't have that one. Hey, that's a collectible ad. Nice. An ad coupon. Let me guess. Must be for closing the garage door? Nothing seems to be happening. Huh?
What's that noise?
Nothing. Just walked into some metal scrap. You know your garage could use some tidying.
I never lose anything. Watch your step, bro.
Better take that lever before she notices.
Oh, my rubber cutter! I figured you might have taken it.
Rubber cutter?
Well, yeah. What else could it be?
So, not a lever? It was inside that slot on the wall.
Of course. I always put it there so I don't lose it.
Oh.
It cuts only through rubber. No risk to damage other materials. So, give it back.
Wait, I might have a use for it.
What? But you didn't even know what this was.
Now I do. Please, pretty please.
Okay. I'll manage. Keep it for now.
Awesome. You're the best.
Don't mention it.
This might come in handy when fighting rubber bots. What about training?
Expect to face randomized traps. Training brings some money and experience.
Gotta go.
Okay, don't.
Oh, I didn't have that one.
Let's see if I can find... Oh, it's not on here. Alright.
Nice. An ad coupon.
Alright, as I do a bit of training, I'm going to go back to talking for a bit. I know I've intentionally been keeping quiet. But since I'm doing the training, this is just going to be for me getting levels for a little bit here, not too terribly long. But yes, as a side note, now that this is a second playthrough, since I didn't mention this in the first one, because I didn't know about it, because we were playing it blind, if you collect any ads at any point during a previous playthrough that you have not gotten in your current one, then you are able to get hints by looking in the menu for the ads. It will give you a rough estimate of where that ad is, as you just saw. As you can also see in the arena here, you will also fight enemies that you fought in previous playthroughs as well. Because if you have seen the previous playthrough, you know that that fight against the normal character does not show up until Chapter 4.
Exhausted. Yeah, I should have guessed. No money for...
Yeah, I want to keep doing the training until I've got a fair bit of both levels and money. I believe for canonical ending, keeping the tramp alive does not matter, but I am still going to do that. So with that being the case, I do need to get a fair bit of money to make sure that I can give him the temporary medicine before I can give him the real deal later on. Ow. There we go. If you're ever playing for the first time in training, usually you can get health pretty easily in the training fights, but if you're low, whenever you get to a level like this, you might want to take health. Strength is going to be your primary focus, though. Having the extra time to cooldown charge, at least from what I've played through, did not seem to matter as much as physical strength, honestly. Could be totally wrong about that, but I feel like regular strength worked just fine. Sorry, wanted to quickly make sure I wasn't missing anything in chat. Let's see how we're doing on money here. In order to get the money, the medicine for the tramp, if you are so inclined, you're going to need at least 300 for that. I'm also going to be stocking up on healing items. Once I get to Drummer Street, there's a vending machine. You can buy ant burgers, the other melon fruit, whatever they're called, the pompous fruits. There we go. You can only buy up to 9 because the game will not let you hold anymore. But if you need those, particularly if you're playing on a high difficulty, which would really just be the highest difficulty probably, then you can pick those up there. You can also use the money to play the arcade game as well. Ideally, if you want to make the game, at least for the time being, like, you'll have to train a little bit more later. If you want the game to be easy, level 8 is probably a good spot to stay at. If you want a tiny bit of a challenge, probably about level 6. I'm more so doing this for the money rather than the levels, though. And as you've seen, always go for the balloons first because they can disappear. And you definitely want to get the money and or health from them if they show up. You do have a special attack as well, but it will take away 10 health, so just be aware of that. As I was not when I first played. I'm impressed. She usually doesn't get hit that easily. She usually blocks most of your attacks pretty well. Also, bear in mind, if you plan on paying your bill as well, you're going to need 245 unis for that, too. So you're going to need at least 545 total to do both of those quests. If you're so inclined. You can come back and stop at this any time before you finish the chapter, but like now's as good a time as any. And if you get stuck in any other fights, you've got the additional levels to make those fights easier. So yeah, like, despite all that training, like, in order to do both those quests, I'm slightly over what I need. I'll have 55 unis left. So if you want to do all that, just bear in mind it might take a little bit. You can also do the claw game. I've personally found this is preferable because while the claw game's not difficult if you figure out how to, like, triangulate positions to get the rewards, it's not always money. Sometimes it's experience. But in this, you can get money and experience. So, like, doing both at the same time just seems to be more effective. Plus, you're not wasting any money to do the training. You can do this for free. Later on, though, playing the crane game will cost more in the story. They double the price that it takes to play. So if you are going to play that, then play it early to get the benefits out of it. I'm trying to get the boxes before I beat Sin here, because sometimes on the last fight, the boxes will disappear after you beat the boss of that stage. Not sure why, but it does happen sometimes. It doesn't seem to be when they're too close to the flag either, so just be warned about that. Most games, you'd want to save those boxes for, like, if you were low on health or afterwards, so you could refill on health, but it's kind of the opposite here. Oh, and don't fall in those holes. Falling off the stage makes you take pretty heavy damage. Alright, let's take a look how we're doing here. 665. I'm gonna do enough matches to get me a little bit more money. Probably like no more than 2 though. And then we'll continue. That match didn't give me a lot of money because there just wasn't a lot of enemies, which is unfortunate because sometimes it'll just be about avoiding the hazards rather than beating up the enemies. And so as a result, you just won't make as much off of that match. Or maybe there's less crates, like there's a million things it could be. Like in this one, I'm just gonna have to avoid boulders until time runs out. Which really, you could just casually walk to avoid them. They're not hard to avoid. But in stages like that, you just kind of... Sometimes you just get the short end of the stick and there's not really anything you can do about it. Yeah, I think if we get to level 9, we should be at a point, money-wise, where we're safe to stop. You'll notice now, though, that the bosses in particular, like that squealer, even in my head, I was like, wow, he died way faster that time. But it's just from, like, getting all that health. Or getting all that, extra attack. I think that's all the balloons. Alright, last fight. And then we'll continue. I mean, if they're just gonna stand on the spikes, then, You probably noticed that I'm not picking up weapons, too, that I find, like the bat or anything like that. It's just harder to get combos with those, so I tend to avoid them as a result. Obviously, as you probably noticed too with this guy, you can't damage him when he's spinning around like this, so it's best to just get in the corner and defend. I think I'll take health for this last one. Alright. Make sure I'm not missing anything here. Yeah. So, at least in terms of the guide here, you don't need to talk to her about that lever to find out that it's actually rubber cutter until later, but if you want to do it now, you can.
So, this is the pyramid-shaped building Shay mentioned.
Yep, that's it. But first...
Hi.
Hello.
You, look kinda depressed? Especially for a robot.
You don't know the half of it.
So, are you gonna tell me?
Please don't talk to me. Dismay can be contagious.
Oh, come on. It can't be that bad. After all, you're alive. I mean...
Do not worry about me.
Tell me, what's on your mind?
Despair, darkness, death.
Not that. I mean, what happened to you?
How would you benefit from knowing that?
Dunno. Just curious.
Is that so? See that building with a huge antenna in front of you?
Yeah.
This is the sorting center. I've been working there for the past 30 years. I was responsible for the delivery of big packages. Lately, I haven't been efficient enough. The management noticed it. Today, they've fired me.
Man, that sucks. I'm so sorry. Not even robots are immune to layoffs now? So, what are you waiting for on this bench?
Some scientists are on their way to pick me up. They're going to recondition me.
What does that mean?
Taking out some of my circuitry, giving me a new triangle head, like those new models, then my firmware will be updated. I will lose all data on my hardware memory.
You will be reset?
Yes, precisely. I've never felt like this before. I believe I won't be myself anymore. Isn't this like dying?
I don't know, but it sure sounds terrible.
There are so many questions on my mind. What happens if I die? What if I commit suicide? Is there a god for robots?
Man, I can't keep up with spiritual stuff for humans. Never mind robots. Can you describe your job more precisely?
My main objective was to sort packages between various destinations, including the slums and the drums. Packages were automatically sorted by size and shape to fit the pipe leading to their target. I just had to push the correct buttons on my control panel. Square button for square packages. Triangle button for triangle packages.
Seems simple enough. Can't a machine take care of that? I think I may have said something stupid again.
No, you're right. That's the thing. They're going to fully automatize the process. Although, part of the job was also to ensure no dangerous materials went past this point. This didn't happen often, but in case of any doubt, I had physical access to the packages to check them. It's not fair. I never screwed up, always pushed the right buttons. No accident, never! Sure, I may be getting slower over time, memory chips wearing. Was that enough reason to get rid of me?
Probably not. So, who's doing the job now?
No one.
Really? How was the mail delivered now?
I guess it's stuck. Actually, I don't care. I just couldn't care less. Am I being selfish?
That bot is something. I've never seen any reacting like this. Maybe just a little, but that's okay. It happens to the best of us.
Oh. Square button or square or...
Oops, didn't mean to do that.
You made me curious. May I take a look at where you work?
No, I've locked access.
Can you open it?
All right. Now you can enter.
Wonderful. Thanks. See? You're useful.
No, this is my last act on this planet. If I could cry, there'd be a river down my feet right now.
I'll help you.
You cannot.
Yes, I can. All you need to do is find yourself a new job.
Impossible. I was designed for this specific task.
I don't believe that for a second. You got 2 arms, 2 legs. You can do anything.
If you say so. Then what do you suggest?
It doesn't really matter what you pick here, so I'm going to skip quickly through these options. Ultimately, Shay is going to help him, but you have to go back and talk to her after this conversation. So I'm going to skip through both of these.
Just let me think a little more.
I'm not worth your time.
Gotta go.
Don't.
Got a minute?
Nope, but go ahead.
Say, don't you need an assistant?
No.
This wasn't the answer I was expecting. Look, I need a favor. A cool little robot I've met is about to get transformed and wiped out. You wouldn't want a poor innocent soul being erased like this, would you?
Since when are you a friend to robots?
I'm friendly toward every creature who doesn't try to harm me.
Okay, what kind of robot is it?
Not a tribot for sure. Looks like an old model. 2 rusty arms plus a square head. He's worked at the border post sorting center for years.
Maybe.
I knew you'd accept. Thank you.
Hey, let me finish. It must be one of those pre-war bots. Tweaking them is strictly forbidden by law.
Since when do you care about that?
Exactly. Excited. Maybe I could give it a try and remove his tracking device. However...
I was afraid you'd say that. You want a counterpart, don't you?
Yep. Until it becomes useful, I'll need to pay for its energy source and the time I'll spend fixing it. Let's say 200 unis. I'll deduct them from tonight's fight earnings.
Deal. I'm gonna tell him to come here. Thanks.
I can't wait to get my hands on it. I've always wondered how those antiquities work.
Just promise me not to erase his memories.
Oh, I'll be sure to make plenty of backups.
That's, okay. I'll leave you to, whatever you're doing.
See ya.
Me again?
Why are you insisting? I'm done for.
Poor thing. He may be just a machine, but I can't help feeling bad for him. I've got an idea. I got the perfect job for you. An assistant to my best friend Shay. She's some kind of crazy inventor, is very skilled with technology. You could help her by bringing her tools, performing searches, and all kinds of stuff mad inventors do, I guess. You just need to agree to being tweaked to get your tracking components removed, among other things.
Will she erase my memory?
She promised not to, but remind her, just in case.
I hope I'll be up to the task, but it'll always be better than being wiped out. Thank you so much, Mr. I'm sorry, I do not know your name.
No apologies needed. The name's Brok. Just go to Shay's garage, right near the Garbage Sea Harbor.
My navigation system is a bit rusty, but I should be able to locate it. You've got my eternal gratitude, Master Brok.
Citizen, do not talk to this apparatus. Move away.
Oh no, the guards! They're here to take me!
Not gonna happen.
Refusing to obey is a 5th-class fault. You shall be eliminated.
Stay down while I get them. It's over.
You've destroyed them. But why?
They threaten both of us.
But am I more important than them? I can't.
No time for existential questions. Get out of here fast, before more come.
You're right. Goodbye, Master Brok.
Oh, I didn't have that one. What does this control? There aren't any labels.
Let me see real quick here. Okay. Just making sure I knew where the other ads were.
Yep. Getting high. I better watch my step.
Brok just switched to adventure mode. Why? Because he cannot fall in adventure mode. Use this to your advantage whenever you need to inspect high places.
Hey, that's a collectible ad. Good idea. Not here. I'm trying to. It's firmly. For. I'm thankful.
Also, this guide says to jump down and you'll take 90 damage. Don't do that.
Whoa.
Just walk
Well,
down.
It was broken anyway, but hey, look at that. A few products fell on the floor. It'd be a shame to let good food go to waste. Nice. An ad coupon.
There we go. That's all three for this area.
Closed, obviously. No way I got up there for nothing. I'm getting sick of this. What in the world am I doing up here? Why did I even accept this mission? I'm so... stupid. Huh? Oh, I guess it just needed a good kick. Whoa, they're not kidding around with security here.
Brok can run. Hold ZR to make him move faster and avoid deadly lasers. For example, yeah, you can do this in either mode. So you can do that to skip through this section, or...
This won't open.
Oh, well, or...
There.
You could try and drain the battery from the lasers to getting all the buttons to cooperate.
I should...
Oh, I was looking at this incorrectly. Alright, let's see.
Hey, it worked. Bye-bye, lasers. This must be the computer Shay talked about. Let's see. There. I've touched that panel. And... now what? That's all... I should have known it wouldn't be that easy. It worked? Do I have a drummer license now? Awesome! I can finally leave this stressful place. Maybe I should do the same for Graf. Nah, he'll get his diploma. And he'd blame me forever if he knew I cheated. I trust him.
There you go. Your certificate... Yeah, your citizen certificate is 368-745. Oh, right. You actually have to go in there proper and do this.
Scan complete. User allowed.
There you go.
Oh, I didn't have that one. I remember this place. Hasn't changed much since we were forced to leave. Should I buy some snacks?
This is only available in this left machine, for the record.
Wait. What did I just buy? Oh, it's some advertisement. Can I get my money back?
Nope. I'll buy more stuff in there later. I want to make sure I've got enough for everything else, which I do, but
Looks like the
just I don't overspend by accident.
But it's blocked by a power barrier. Access forbidden by the triangle. The triangle?
Our government. Shooting.
Oh, yeah. Take money from my account to pay this bill.
Scanning in progress. Bill detected. Sufficient credits. Payment complete.
Yeah. So, what did I win?
Thank you, and goodbye.
Suddenly, I feel empty. Darn! There you go. Hey, that's a collectible ad.
Right, that's all three of those. There was something I was gonna do. Oh, right, I was gonna do the trash game. Now that I have the sufficient money to do that, to get that ad.
Yep. Next. Just... nothing used. Hey, what's that? A small coupon for 50 units. Nice. Ah, Pompolos. And it's not even rotten. I'll just have to clean it a bit. This must not be the real treasure the system is tracking. Let's continue. Rubble. Nope. Full of gar- neck. I found something. Coupon? That's the big treasure? Oh well. This goes into the collection.
There we go.
There. It's wet.
Emergency. Degradation attempt.
There. Let's...
Analysis completed. Foreign object in the pipe mail system. Problem solved. Warning. No energy coming from the socket. Power is running low. Activating power saving mode. Activation failed. Need to find energy source.
And he's out. The Tribot cop has left some kind of key. Oh, I know. Should I enter? Oh well, I'll just take a look-see. This place kind of reminds me of Leah's laboratory. She used to be so happy working on those medications. But the past is the past. Let's not...
Welcome. It seems you put on some weight since your last visit in our stores.
Right. Muscles.
This is incorrect. We've detected a 35% fat increase.
Ugh.
We've highlighted our special recommendations for you.
A selection of...
I'm gonna skip through all these because you get an ad for listening to them all, but while they're funny flavor text, that's something you probably don't want to watch a second time since we showed it off in the first run through.
An ad? That's a bit like putting... If I'm not mistaken, this is an in-depth medical examination terminal. One session costs 50 units?
We've completed the examination. Would you like detailed results or a summary?
A summary, please. I don't have all day.
Your global health evaluation is 26%. Here are the potential threats currently in your body. Head-toe virus. Probability to result in death, 47%. Genetic heart issues. Probability to result in death, 24%. Melting brain bacteria. Probability to result in death, 22%. 84 other concerning threats detected, including palirodonia, septicesium, rotting tail syndrome, hypertension, corrosive skin, diuretic disorder, clouding vision, spontaneous combustion.
I've got all of those? Yeah, right. I'd be dead 50 times over if that were true.
Your expected remaining lifespan without a cure is 6 years.
Huh. Guess I shouldn't worry about getting white hair.
You're a reptile. You cannot have hair. Here's your prescription. Take it.
That's no prescription. It's an ad. What the heck?
Thank you for using our technology.
What a waste of fine money.
Please wait a moment. This is a Starix 500 pill. This treatment is prescribed in case of extreme anxiety, insomnia, and emotional outbursts. Due to high concentration, this formula is restricted to individuals with a risk of dangerous behavior to relatives. We're hoping this isn't for a close friend. If so, make sure to give them the appropriate support.
Anxiety? Dangerous behavior? Why did I find this at Sin's home? Does he need those?
Warning. High dosage greater than 1 pill a day has a 99% chance to cause blackout and or comatose state.
What?
To reduce this side effect, this pill always needs to be taken alongside a Calmese E. Don't forget, in case you're not wearing your MediLive Health, be sure to always follow the Phi Doctor recommendation. This establishment will not be held responsible for any accident.
Hence why I don't trust medicine. Fix one thing, breaks another.
Please wait a moment. This medical prescription is outdated. Please update it in an appropriate medical government-approved signing device.
Update? A piece of cardboard? Great. Where am I gonna find a drummer doctor? They require all kinds of health insurance, and it's not even for me. Maybe I can do something else for him in the meantime.
We sure enough can, which is buying one of these, the glucosite. I don't know if he'll tell you this right away, but like if he does, you could go to him, but I'll just have it on hand now.
The only efficient medicine on this list happens to be the cheapest. Go figure. I'll buy one.
Here's your daily anti-pollution remedy, the one and only Tox Out pill. For your information, your last Tox Out pill request was received 5 years ago.
Actually, I don't know why I pressed this button. It's been a long time since the haze had any effect on me. I'll give it to Graf.
Yeah, exactly.
The dome protects you, but your home adds an extra layer of protection. As long as you stay inside, you don't need one every day. Decrease government spending by staying home more than 20 hours a day.
20 hours a day? Oh, I'd go crazy.
Imagine a life where you only had to work 4 hours a day. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
I can't reach it from here. I need a way to bring it.
Nope, not that.
Nice. An ad coupon. Huh?
We're sorry. It appears you don't have enough units. Would you like to pay with credit? Only 40% interest, spanning any length, according to remaining lifespan estimates.
Hey, I didn't pick any product.
Your shopping list currently has many items.
Clear it! Drop it! I don't care! Just get me out of here!
This action requires you to unsubscribe from automatic payout. Are you sure?
Yes!
Very well. You've been unsubscribed. But remember, you can subscribe again at any moment to make your life easier.
Yeah. Make my life harder.
Goodbye.
Hi.
Hello, my boy. I don't mind talking, but I don't see how I could be of any use.
It's gonna be a little more complex than I thought.
Oh.
But don't worry. I'm not giving up. Is there anything I can do for you until I get your medicine?
Some regular medicine helps a bit.
Tell me, which one?
Glucosite. But it's so expensive. I can't ask you.
I'll get you that.
Don't. You'll only be delaying the inevitable. I know you and your son could use that money.
My son? How do you...
Just a guess.
Well, I'll get some anyway.
All right. But promise me you won't be foolish. Keep this in mind.
Sure. Here.
Glucosite. My boy.
Nah, don't say anything. Just take it.
Fine. Thank you.
I still intend to get you your prescription medicine. Gotta find a doctor, though.
Don't waste your life on this. Time is money, and you're clearly lacking both.
I'll manage.
As you'll see now, to say wait to meet a doctor, that won't be for quite a while, so don't worry about it till then. Alright. Back to main story.
What's with all the cardboard boxes? It rains every night, yet they're dry. Someone put them here today.
Nope, I didn't want to do that.
I didn't have that one. Hey, that's a collectible ad. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Oh, there we go. I got it. I thought it was going to appear down there, but no. You have to throw the stick at the target to get this last one.
This ad? Is it my reward for hitting the target?
I was looking in the wrong spot.
Good idea. Some blue cloth with sin written on it? Bingo! Here's a lost handkerchief. Then I definitely need to go down there. I'm gonna try... Ooh, nope. Can't open it with my bare hands. Yes.
Just following the lines 1 through 6. Based on how many lines they have.
There's something inside. Let's see. Yep, that's definitely Sin's. If the handkerchief's here, I bet the gun isn't too far either. I've heard of ins. I'm afraid I'm gonna regret. Now that's unexpected. I found an ad. Nice. An ad coupon. I'd better explore this area before... Some heavy marks here, starting right next to the handkerchief location. And if we consider it was raining last night, just like every night in this area, no doubt about it. An object fell here and slowly drained further. I bet this is what I'm looking for. Hey, I recognize this. I think it's called newspaper. These haven't been produced for years. How's it still intact? Especially near chemicals. Or... oh, must be products to destroy all rejects. I probably shouldn't take my bath here. Whoa, isn't that a self-regenerating mine? Better watch my step.
Throughout this adventure, you'll be offered alternative routes more often than not. For example, you can cross these mines, but there might be a way to deactivate them. Choices are not always offered to you in obvious ways.
A bunch of very thin wires. Must be components of those mines. After all, they're electronic devices. Oh, I didn't have that one. Hey, I believe this deactivated the mine. This might not last for long, though. Yep. Going here was mighty dangerous, but at least it was worth the reward. Uh-oh. Trouble ahead.
A croc in the sewers. How cliche.
Hello. I
don't care who you are.
Squealers. Always straight to the point, huh?
Although, you looks familiar.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, you all look the same to me.
Boss, he's the guy who defeated us this morning.
What? You lost against this vermin?
No worries, boss. We wasn't prepared. This time, we'll get the job done.
I'm looking for something, and you're in the way.
This our territory, croc.
Wrong. The sewers are public.
Tell that to your precious government. They exiled us, left us to die.
Look, I don't want any trouble.
Too late. No one gets to see us and live to see tomorrow. Guys!
Wait! I know you're kind. You squealers are nothing but scum. You've been banned for a reason. Get out of my way.
Ooh, baby Croc is having a temper tantrum. Oh, I'm so scared. I hate to break the news to you, Croc, but you're clearly outnumbered.
Don't underestimate me. You might take me down, but not before I get rid of some of you first. Think about it. You want to take the risk and lose some lives foolishly?
Croc got's a point, boss.
Shut up! Did you forget our motto?
Fight to the end, to reclaim our due. I know!
Look, Croc, we won't let you pass, but I'll let you live for today. Go back to where you came from. If you dare talk about us to anyone, we'll get you, your friends, your family, everyone you've ever loved. No matter what, no matter where, no matter when.
I'll be going. Although this means I'll need to find another way through.
Rubbish.
This mine stays visible, even from afar. Would this mean... Yep, it's broken. Ugh, better avoid big shocks while carrying this, though. This mine seems broken. Do you think...
All right, let's get the why are you traveling with the mine part and ask, you want me to fix it, right?
Yeah.
Do it yourself.
Hey, that's not very nice.
No, I mean it. That mine ain't broken. It just needs a refill. Put some Trax powder inside it and you're good to go.
Where am I gonna find that? Don't you have some?
Sure, I can, or not. I forgot I ran out last week and forgot to order some. Sorry. You're screwed.
Great. Just in case. What does that powder look like?
A grayish blue. Smells a bit like rotten pampelos.
I might have seen powder like that somewhere. Some kind of bluish powder is leaking out of it. Oh, smells like rotten pompolos. Seems like an idea. There, I've refilled the mine with that powder. I hope it... Oops, I pushed it a bit. That's 3 times the regular dose. I better not move too quickly. A public similar to pipe pills, but I can use it to send some physical goods directly to someone. It doubles up as a secure identity check and transfer.
Hello. Do you need my services?
Maybe. I'd like to send...
This apparatus is designed to take this sending method.
I want to send this.
Scanning in progress. Object accepted. Identify the recipient.
If I say nobody, does that count?
No recipient identified. Please take back your item.
Get rid of that thing.
Scanning in progress. Dumping process started.
There we go.
Hey, it's making a funny noise.
That has got to hurt.
Only one way to find out.
If you made any other decisions, you could fight those enemies as well.
Whoa! Whew. They're just unconscious.
No way. How could you?
Sorry, you didn't leave me a choice.
Go ahead. Finish us.
That was never my intention. I'm nothing like you.
That voice. I knew a croc, but that's impossible. It's you. I remember you. After all these years.
Huh?
Our banishment. You're responsible for this.
What do you mean?
You're gonna pay for it.
Whoa! I had to knock him out. What was that all about? So, all the items citizens throw away end up here? The squealers must be trafficking these. Anyway, I'll take back my own stuff first. Oh, I'm glad the explosions didn't damage them. Let's... old ripped clothes, broken dish, chair? How did that even fit in the tube? Hey, here's a worm. Ah, delicious. I doubt it, but it's worth checking again. Yes, here's an ad. I need to get closer. Hey, that's a collectible ad. Must be an inside view of the purifying engine. Some things are stuck inside. Let's try and get them out. The gun might be in there. Gotta push those things to the exit. What do we have here? A gun. Let's examine it further. Hey, I thought this looked different. Someone stuck a small ad here. There you go. Some initials. RJ. Those can't be Sin's initials. What does this mean? I'd better get to the bottom of this. Time to return to Sin's and have a little chat. They're all gone. Gotta be careful. I bet we'll meet again.
Welcome back. Why aren't you analyzing?
Traces of, I'd say, attempts to force open this drawer. Yet the drawer is securely locked. Can't imagine the managers would let this damaged drawer remain exposed to the customers. This must be recent. Guess I found the reason for the police investigation. Someone tried to get what's inside. Still, that doesn't concern me. I think.
I want to get a tiny bit an extra amount of money, so I'm going to go ahead and do a few more fights. Well, based on all the balloons, won't need to do too many though. Alright, how does that put us on finance? Not as high as I was. I want to try to get to 300, so. That second one really did not give us a lot of money. It was basically just 2 enemies, and that was it. It'll probably take one more to get to what I need, but if I can get there, then we're pretty much good. Yeah, 291. Alright, this will be the last one to do, and then I will move back to the end of Chapter 1. Alright. If that's not over 300, I would be shocked. Seeing as we were missing like 9 and we got 30 from that last. Yeah, 358. Alright, we're good. Let's finish out the chapter.
Please tell me you found it.
I did, but I have a nagging feeling I shouldn't give it to him yet. Pretty sure I missed something.
Not yet, but I'm getting close.
Better search his apartment thoroughly.
Do I need something here? Let me take a look. Since stressed out client, he's worried someone might find his gun. Remote control switches off cameras and lost his handkerchief. Government is called the Triangle. Drummer society is based on semblance. Sends antidepressant pills cause blackouts. Someone piled up cardboard boxes in the alley. Pharmacy drawer has been forced open. Brok is immune to the effects of the haze. He is also held responsible for the Squealer's banishment. And the initials on the gun do not match Sin's.
Something's...
I'm just gonna quickly go through all
Taking
these
both
little
pills,
pieces
it
of
seems
information.
Two... Without... I found...
The gun? You got it?
Okay, it was just something in here.
Awesome! You're a lifesaver!
Wait. I'm not giving it to you.
What? Why?
My investigation brought up some questions that need clarification. I'd like you to explain a few things.
Sure. Go ahead.
Interrogation start. Skip this interrogation. I'm not going to skip it just so I can show all the possible solutions for anybody watching this. Or the correct solutions, rather. Sin's remote control switches off cameras and pharmacy camera. Oh, it's not on
Stay
here.
here.
Huh?
I guess I didn't get all the info. Let's go ahead and grab that real quick then.
Welcome back.
Gotta occupy all available... Looks like one of the... Wait, what's that? A camera lens? I see. It must have... Yeah, that seems like the most logical explanation. Someone turned it off. And this happened recently. In many cases, there's no button or anything to view the recordings. I'll leave that to the cops.
I think that's all we need based on what I'm seeing here.
Let's resume our...
Okay, Sin's remote control switches off cameras with pharmacy camera was deactivated.
See this?
Yes, my remote control. So what?
I forgot. What is it for?
It's for changing my bed position.
He said something different earlier.
Oh, is that so? Didn't you say this was for your tablet?
Well, yeah, it can do both.
Huh. Anyway, my friend told me something quite interesting. See, she thinks that's a police device to remotely disable cameras.
Okay. I admit, that's true.
Then I just confirmed you're a liar.
Are you stupid? That's police equipment. Civilians aren't supposed to know about it.
Have you ever used it?
Not recently.
All right. Then tell me, weren't you patrolling near the pharmacy last night?
Yes, I told you. Then what? Get to the point already.
An incident occurred there. The pharmacy camera had been deactivated. I suspect this little thingy could be responsible.
No idea. Why would I do such a thing?
You tell me.
You're testing my patience. I said I didn't use that darn remote control. Got it?
Did someone steal it from you?
Aside from you, no.
Okay.
Alright, let's see. Sin is worried that someone might find his gun. Mixing with... The initials on the gun do not match Sin's.
That gun ain't yours.
Huh? Of course it is. I got it when I was recruited onto the police force.
Then explain those initials. RJ.
Well, yeah. Another agent got it before me.
Who?
Is that important? It must be the agent who went into retirement before me. I can't remember his name.
That's not all. The identifier code has been scratched beyond readable. How do you explain that?
I guess it's not brand new, you know. He must have worn it out during his missions.
Alright, Sin's remote control switched off the pharmacy camera, question mark, with the drawer has been forced open.
You know anything about what happened at the pharmacy?
Only what you told me. That someone deactivated the camera to steal something.
I didn't mention any robbery.
Well, that's only logical. What else could it have been?
True, except nothing seems to be missing. However, someone attempted to force open a drawer in the back. Do you know what's stored in there?
No, and I couldn't give a darn.
So you weren't involved in any way with the pharmacy incident?
Enough with your questions. Mind your own business.
You're the one who asked me to investigate.
Not on me personally. This is irrelevant.
I can't trust him. Stay here.
I'm actually going to back out of this because I want to show an alternate way to conclude this. You do need a bit of money for this, so if you don't have it, then now would be the chance to get it. See, I am using a guide, but it's like mentioning this after the fact. Like, if you just read it in order, it would be too late to do this. Is to buy hot juice, alcohol-free beverage that chemically reproduces the effect of getting you drunk. Which is like, why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense, but it's for this.
Hey, you want a drink?
Sure.
Here.
Thanks.
Let's resume our conversation.
Alright. Oh, we need another piece.
Huh?
Which is from
All
her.
kinds of... I'm not a... Hello.
Hello.
I'm just gonna skip the pieces of it, but she mentions that there was a policeman that was noticed out here that was in a deep sleep.
Let's resume.
Policeman in deep sleep in underwear in the street nearby. Combining with Sin's antidepressant pills can cause blackouts.
Here's a pill. What's it for?
The heck would I know?
Really? You don't? Even though it's yours?
What? You just stole it from me?
Actually, I stole it an hour ago.
I can't believe it.
Well, you better. This is Sterix 500, an antidepressant with an interesting side effect. With a strong enough dose, anyone can fall into a comatose state.
Where are you going with this? I almost think you're accusing me of drugging someone.
Not just someone. A cop.
You're insane.
Sure, maybe I am. But here's my theory. The merchant girl on your street described a guy deeply asleep earlier this morning, in his underwear. She had a tough time waking him up, and he couldn't remember what happened. But he knew one thing for sure. He's a policeman.
So you think this policeman came to see me? Impossible. I haven't had any visits in days.
What about the 2 glasses on that table?
Since when can we not drink with multiple glasses? I'm going through a tough situation and you're making it worse. Why did I hire you? Now I understand why you were so cheap.
What? My prices are too low?
Forget it.
Combining, does the gun really belong to Sin? And did Sin put a policeman to sleep?
Let's assume I'm right, and that gun ain't yours. Wouldn't it make sense that it belongs to the cop you put to sleep?
Those are big accusations. Stop with the mindless assumptions. I'm fed up with all that crap. Give me my gun back. I'll take it by force if I need to.
First, I won't let you. Second, your insistence confirms my suspicions.
You're just trouble. Darn it, what do you want from me?
The truth.
Did Sin steal from a policeman combined with, is Sin involved in the pharmacy theft?
So, the pharmacy incident, the drugged policeman, all the evidence points towards the same direction. You're no policeman, Sin. You're a thief.
No, that's wrong! You don't have any tangible proof.
Maybe I don't, but the police would. Look, I have an idea. If you're telling the truth, it shouldn't be a problem if I ask the cops about your identity.
Wait! Don't do this! You just don't understand. You don't leave me any choice. My head. I feel weak.
Sorry.
That drink. I see. You knew I might become dangerous. You win. I can't fight like this. You were right. You read me like an open book. I'm a thief. A low-grade criminal. But I did it for my daughter.
Your daughter?
Yes. I just want to see her again. I made a huge mistake. Or at least, I think I did. A week ago, my wife found videos of me with another woman. The truth is, I can't remember it.
Think you've been framed?
Don't know. Maybe.
Any enemies?
Not that I'm aware of. The videos seemed real. I concluded I must have been drunk one night. Well, in any case, she was furious. She made me leave home. She warned that I should never come close to her or our daughter anymore. I tried to reason with her, but to no avail. Not seeing my wife anymore is hard enough. But my daughter, too?
Women can sure get hopping mad, but that's a temporary setback.
Not this time. She's a journalist, you know. Knowing the truth is of the utmost importance for her. And I definitely lost her trust. I attempted to talk to my daughter at the Consciousness Center. That made her totally mad. She threatened to start an expel procedure.
Expel?
I would lose my qualification and access to the drums.
So, you're a drummer?
Yes. Well, not much longer, I guess. I had no choice. I left by myself to come to this awful dump. Well, no offense.
None taken. But why the stealing?
I thought about this situation thoroughly. I just can't live without my sweet little girl. I can't. So, I had to go back and reverse what happened.
I'm afraid the past can't be changed.
You're wrong. There is a way. I could get her back. If her mother would forget this incident.
Can anyone really forget such an important event?
Yes. With Oblivion.
Oblivion?
This medicine was invented for critical situations. Victims of a trauma. Kids losing their parents tragically. It has the ability to suppress select memories days after they occurred. Of course, the government kept it secret. Having this rolled out to the public would have dramatic effects. I spent entire days searching for a solution. And I finally did. A hacker lived in the apartment next to mine. After some convincing, he shared some leaked reports. Oblivion was mentioned. as well as locations where it's stored. I had a policeman friend, RJ. He regularly patrolled around one such location.
That pharmacy. So you drugged him to disguise yourself and steal the medicine?
Exactly. I desperately needed it.
What a way to treat your friends.
True. But if you had a kid, you'd know. You'd do anything for them. I deactivated the camera and tried to force open the drawer. But then, I ran out of luck. A bot detected me and called the cops. I didn't have a choice. If I ended up in jail, my hopes of getting back my daughter would be lost forever. So I escaped through the back alley.
What about the gun?
In the rush, I took it out from my pocket and threw it in the sewers to get rid of it. But, what a fool. I forgot to clean off my fingerprints. If the cops got their hands on it, I'd be done for.
So that's what happened. You hired me because you needed the gun back, but couldn't take the risk to search for it yourself.
Yes. Now, go ahead. Call the cops. I'm ready.
No.
What?
I won't. The only thing I wanted was to know the truth. Look, we're on the same side. I've got a kid too, sort of.
But I deserve it. I attacked you. How could you forgive me? How could anyone?
Don't worry about me. You've suffered more than enough, man. I won't tell anyone. And I'll help you get rid of that stinking gun.
Really? But I lied about something else. I don't even have enough money to pay you. I figured I'd just find a solution.
Ah, well, I had a feeling you'd say that. No worries. We'll figure something out later.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. Here's the good...
Don't move! Hands over your head! You too! You're both under arrest.
What? But...
Don't bother trying to use the gun. We've deactivated it.
How did you find us?
Your detective friend here was behaving suspiciously. It was automatically recorded by the system. He led us to you. We took the time to record your confessions behind the wall. That'll save us time.
Oh, sorry.
You're darn right to be sorry. This time I got you, pork. Helping criminals is a federal infraction.
The name's Brok, you disrespectful weasel.
Whatever. Come on, move. Both of you.
All right.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I'm late!
I'm gonna have to continue this dialogue here, but we will do chapter 2 in the next one.
Take a seat. The director will arrive in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. In the meantime, feel free to do exercises at your desk.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep letting the dialogue play here.
Psst. Hey, what? Huh? What's going on? Where are the others? I'm not sure, but Stubot said Mr. Fenton has been promoted to another center. Don't you think that's strange? What is? Well, first it was our polyrectical teacher who became clinically depressed. Then our eco manager started having health issues. And now our algorithmic teachers transferred elsewhere. All of our human teachers are gone and replaced by bots.
Nah, no conspiracy there. You watch too many liveys. They're just replacing the staff with bots to optimize cost. They're becoming less expensive over time, while us humans are much less reliable.
Don't you feel concerned?
It sucks, but we should be thankful to have been accepted here. Would you prefer one of those crappy slum kids centers? It's our only chance to become drummers, to live under the dome.
I know. I worked hard enough just to get a place here. Still.
Go ahead, sweetie. Take a seat.
Hey! I told you! Don't call me that in front of everyone.
Students, I have some rather major news. As Stubot must have informed you, Mr. Fenton has been promoted and will not be coming back. This incident, and some previous others, have implied unforeseen changes to the management. It has been decided that your final trials will be advanced to this week, starting now.
What?
Now?
But... Afraid you won't pass, Stinkies.
Shut up, baby robot!
Quiet, please. The trials will span across 3 days. In addition, your science fair invention will be rated and counted for the diploma. As the only students choosing this career path, all 4 of you will be constituting one group. Stubot here will serve as standard meter to evaluate your performance.
Meaning?
You will pass if you get a score equal or better than Stubot. Keep in mind, though, this is not a competition.
Yeah, right.
The trials are split into 4 parts, each counting 25 points for a total of 100 points altogether. The first part consists of a series of exercises you'll be doing now. Any questions, Ott?
I've got a major problem. From tomorrow, I'm supposed to start my internship at the police station.
I know. We've decided to do you a favor. You'll be doing tomorrow's trial in the evening after everyone else.
What? But...
No, but... Remember, getting accepted into active society as a drummer for kids like yourself means substantial efforts. You must be willing to make sacrifices. Don't worry, it'll be fine.
Huh.
All right, the exam starts now.
There you go. I'm stressing full steam now.
Alright. We're gonna save right there, as actually completing the exam quickly is part of it. So, I'm gonna close that out. We'll switch over to intermission and quickly find a raid target. We'll do chapter 2 as soon as I possibly can. As for how soon that is, might be sometime later in the week. It kind of just depends. Schedule right now is we are definitely doing more of the badge point only run in Paper Mario on Friday, I believe is what I've got it set for. Other than that, might be an additional stream somewhere, but we'll kind of play it by ear. Till then, guys, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all sometime later this week. Take care, everyone.